Thank you for joining me here at gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach. New allegations against Donnie McClurkin for sexual misconduct. Stay tuned and we'll get to the matters at hand. Hello and welcome to GSKP, Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on movie, TV, current event, life, music, books, whatever, and whenever. This is a safe place where we can talk about it all, you guys. As I said in the intro, looks like Donnie McClurkin is up. You guys, oh my gosh. Anyway, January 10, 2026. Glad to see you guys. Happy birthday to all Januarians, that's Capricorns. And the greatest is Aquarius. Again, thank you for joining me here on GSKP TV. And as I was saying in the intro, looks like Donnie McClurkin is up this time. You guys, I don't know what's going on, but these folks need to learn how to keep their hands to themselves. Let's play our clip, and then we'll get to the matters at hand.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the lawsuit involving gospel superstar Donnie McClurkin. It took a little while, but the details are finally here. Before we get into it, I need to give a quick warning. This case includes serious allegations of sexual assault, sexual battery, and coercion. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and God bless. The lawsuit was filed by a man named Jeff Curletto. According to the complaint, Curletto first met gospel singer Donnie McClurkin in August 2003 when he was 21 years old. At the time, Curletto had just finished reading McClurkin's autobiography, Eternal Victim, Eternal Victor, which describes the childhood abuse McClurkin endured, his struggles with homosexuality, and his belief that he had been healed and delivered from it. Because Curletto says he was also wrestling with his own sexuality in light of his religious beliefs, he sought McClurkin out for guidance. Back then, McClurkin's church, Perfecting Faith Church, was holding outdoor services known as Church Without Walls, where people shared testimonies about being delivered from homosexuality, prostitution, drugs, and other struggles. Curletto attended one of these services and met McClurkin afterward. The lawsuit claims McClurkin prayed for him and assured him that he would help deliver him from homosexuality. However, the complaint states that after that service, one of the church's ministers, who was also struggling with homosexuality, began contacting Curletto and even showed up at his home unannounced. Feeling uncomfortable, Curletto started missing services and considered leaving the church. According to the lawsuit, McClurkin then reached out personally, telling Curletto that the minister was being dealt with and that the situation was simply a test from God, which Curletto had passed. From there, McClurkin and Curletto developed a mentor-mentee relationship, with McClurkin eventually hiring him as his personal assistant. It's at this point, according to the lawsuit, that the alleged misconduct began. The complaint says McClurkin initiated what he called Pray the Gay Away spiritual sessions, during which he allegedly touched Curletto without his consent. The suit also claims McClurkin arranged encounters between Curletto and other men, framing them as tests from God. One example cited in the lawsuit describes a trip to the Bahamas, where McClurkin allegedly arranged for a male model to visit Curletto's hotel room. After Curletto resisted the model in the Bahamas, McClurkin allegedly praised him, saying he had passed another test. The next incident described in the lawsuit took place during a 2007 business trip to California. McClurkin had brought his girlfriend along, but at some point Curletto went to his room. According to the complaint, McClurkin removed his pants, exposed himself, and pulled Curletto onto the bed, forcibly kissing and touching him. Curletto says he cried, objected, and tried to get him to stop, but McClurkin went on to engage in sexual acts against his will. The lawsuit claims that over the next 6 years, similar incidents continued. It alleges that McClurkin would secretly grope Curletto before going up to preach, with encounters taking place in Atlantic City, Long Island, McClurkin's home in New York, a park in New York, and a hotel on Manhattan's Upper East Side. In one of those incidents, Corletto says he tried to leave the hotel room but found the door locked. Corletto states that he attempted to resign from his role as McClurkin's assistant several times, but McClurkin refused, telling him his deliverance and purpose were tied to him. The complaint also says Corletto tried to report McClurkin's conduct to church staff, but no one took action. Eventually, in 2008, Corletto stopped working for McClurkin. Still, because his new job was at a Christian broadcast network, he continued to encounter him. By 2012, Corletto had taken a new job with an airline company, but the lawsuit alleges the encounters didn't end. In April of that year, McClurkin allegedly appeared uninvited at a hotel where Corletto was staying for airline training. Corletto says he initially refused to let him in, but eventually did to avoid a scene, making clear he did not want intimacy. Despite this, the lawsuit claims Corletto woke up to McClurkin touching him and was ultimately violated. The complaint further alleges that McClurkin pressured Corletto to move in with him in California, showed up at airport gates where Corletto worked, and urged him to rejoin his church. The final incident detailed in the lawsuit occurred on June 26, 2013, in Niagara Falls, New York. According to the filing, McClurkin assaulted Corletto in a hotel room, but this time Corletto was able to push him away and stop the incident. 2 days after the Niagara Falls incident, Corletto says Donnie McClurkin sent him an email apologizing. In the message, McClurkin admitted to forcing himself on Corletto, describing himself as a desperate, dirty old man, and acknowledging that his actions were wrong. He wrote that Corletto had consistently said no and promised not to repeat the behavior, adding that his loneliness was his own to deal with. McClurkin said he wanted to remain only a friend and pastor if Corletto would allow it, and closed by expressing hope that they could move forward. According to the lawsuit, in November 2015, 2 years after the Niagara Falls incident, Corletto, struggling with his mental health, returned to McClurkin's church. He claims that while there, he experienced further sexual misconduct. Fast forward to 2026, Corletto is now suing McClurkin. His lawsuit lists 3 causes of action: violation of the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act, sexual assault, and sexual battery. These charges cover the incidents Corletto says took place over the years. McClurkin's attorney has publicly denied the allegations, calling them categorically false. In a statement, the attorney said, "At no time did Pastor McClurkin engage in any form of sexual abuse, assault, or sexual coercion of Mr. Corletto," and argued that the claims mischaracterize their interactions, some of which date back more than a decade. McClurkin will still need to file a formal response to the lawsuit beyond this public statement. That's where things stand for now. We'll have to wait and see what McClurkin says in his official response. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and share so this video can reach an even wider audience.
Okay. Now, after watching and listening to the clip, there are several key points I want to make. For one, at the top of the clip, if you were paying attention, it was stated that Donnie McClurkin told this young man that he would deliver him from his homosexuality. That should have been his first red flag, because Donnie McClurkin has no power to deliver anybody from anything. That's number one. Number two, I've heard it said that you cannot pray the gay away. That's not true. It can be, because Jesus Christ and the love of God can change anybody. having sex and who you choose to have sex with is not something that you have and must do. That is not a life-threatening activity that if you do or don't do it, you're gonna die. So the idea that God cannot change anyone from their ways is not true. It's just not true. It's just not true. I'm sorry. That's just like anyone that is promiscuous, regardless of their proclivities. Prayer changes things. Now, I'm sorry. It does. Only time it doesn't work is when it's not true and honest, and that's just it. When it's not true and honest, then it doesn't work. Because I know I've been prayed for and I've been changed. This is not what somebody told me. This is not something that I heard somebody else say. This is what I know. So the idea that it will not and cannot is not true. And I'm sorry, whether you like it or not. Unless, again, the only reason why it would not work is because you are not true and honest in what you're praying for and about. Now that's not an opinion, that's fact. I've seen it for myself, and I've had it. It's worked for me. It has happened to me. Not what somebody told me. Again, not something I've made up. So the idea that prayer doesn't work and can't change people is true. It is true. Okay? So that statement of you can't pray to get away, that's a lie. It can and it does and it will, because there are those that have been converted from their wicked ways. I wouldn't care what your sexual orientation is or whatever you claim to be. It can, and if that's what you honestly and truly pray and want, it can be done. Now, Donnie McClurkin has no power to change anybody. That should have been the first red flag. When he said, I'll deliver you, he can't deliver you from nothing. He can't deliver you from or to anybody. Okay? Or anything. Donnie McClurkin is full of himself. And that's the reason why he is still struggling. Because he is not earnest, honest, and true. He up trying to be seen. But now, here's another thing that we need to, and especially as black folks, and in this spiritual and religious and gospel and church world, these pastors, preachers, bishops, whatever you want to call them, they are no closer to God than you are. The same way that you get to God is the same way the reverend, pastor, bishop, minister, preacher, pope, Cooter Brown, Jezebel, me, you, we all get to God the same way. There is no special path. No human being is any closer to God than any other. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Because you stand up in that pulpit on Sunday does not make you any closer to God than me sitting out here in this pew. What makes you and I closer is our relationship with God. The pastor don't get no special breaks. He don't get to go. He don't get no extra backstage passes or nothing like that. The same thing that is expected of the pastor is expected of you. The pastor is not, the bishop, the minister, the preacher is not some holy, divine object or person or something. He is flesh and blood just like you and me. If anything, he is held at a higher standard because he is supposed to be leading and teaching God's people. That don't make him no better. That doesn't make him any closer. He just has a job to do. As we all do. That does not make him closer to God. He cannot go to God on your behalf. You have to go to him for yourself. He can pray for you. She can pray for you. They can pray for you. But you have to decide on your own. To accept the prayers, the worship, the word. So now that I've gotten my little sermon out of the way, let's get to Mr. Donnie here. Donnie, you are...
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Period. Donnie McClurkin, you should be ashamed of yourself. I hope that you did not do this. I am so tired of our black men being singled out for not being able to keep their hands to themselves, especially when it comes to these other races, nationality, colors of people. Y'all can't keep y'all's hands to yourself. I am so tired of seeing this. Donnie McClurkin, fake Donnie McClurkin, get somewhere and sit down. Get somewhere and sit down. This is so ridiculous. I am so tired of you niggas with this. I really am. I am so tired of you niggas chasing these peckerwoods and whatever else. I don't know what to do. And no matter what happens to each and every one of y'all, y'all cannot stay out of these folks' face to save your lives. Every time you look up. And then when everything hits the fan, then you so black. Oh Lord, I'm just so black. Blackity black. We the people. Now it's the people. Now that your ass is in a sling, it's the people. My people. I'm just so sick of it. And what makes it so bad is that this is not even surprising anymore. There was a day and a time when things like this happened, you knew who it was. You could say, oh, we know he ain't black. Not anymore, though. because y'all trying so hard to be accepted and belong. You starting to do the same old nasty things that they do. You don't know who doing what anymore. Y'all so confused and misconstrued. And what makes it so bad is the enemy is killing you right in your own face. And you niggas still don't believe it. And then, like I said, when you're in a sling, then here you come. Go sit down somewhere. Take heed some of that stuff you claim to be preaching and praying to everybody else. Use it for real in your life. Because I'm so sick of y'all, I don't know what to do. I am really sick of these nigga men. Mind you, I did not say black men. It's not what I said. Those are two different entities. And just because you have money does not mean you ain't a nigga. It's a whole bunch of them with money. You see, we got one. We talk about one now. I am real sick of this. I'm tired of talking about this kind of stuff. And it's just so embarrassing for our people. No matter how hard we work, no matter how much we march, no matter how much we sing, y'all steady. You just ain't made it. Till you got somebody that is not black. And look here, like I always say, my family is full of everything. Love whoever you want to love. As long as you love that person for who they are, I wouldn't give a rat's naked behind if they were polka dotted. I don't have no problem with anybody. But when you are racist against your own, that's when I have a problem. That's when I have a problem. You're so brainwashed that you do not love yourself. That's when I have a problem. I didn't say force your opinions and what you think on anybody. When you don't love yourself is when I have the problem. And these allegations that are made by this young man, if any of these are true, I want you to take everything you can away from Donnie mcclurkin, because he deserves that. Now, if he didn't do these things to you, you deserve to be locked up. You deserve to be locked up for lying on that man. If he didn't do these things to you, your butt needs to be locked up for making these false allegations, which could potentially ruin him. Now, I don't care nothing for or about Donnie McClurkin. Never have. To me, he don't sing all that great. And I just don't get no... He don't move my spirit. Sorry. His lips is too greasy for me. I'm sorry. And you can do with that whatever you want to. I really don't care. Because, hey, it is what it is. He's the one struggling with it, not me. Okay? So, you have to deal with that. Now, I don't have no... That's between you and your God, as y'all like to say. Okay? No, I love everybody just like that's what my God requires of me. I love you. That don't mean I have to like what you do, and the same goes for you. You don't have to like what I do too either. But you're supposed to love me regardless, and I love him regardless. I love you and whoever else regardless. Because like Donnie McClurkin, I don't have a heaven or a hell to put anybody in. I got to worry about whether I go to heaven or hell. I can't worry about you. Because when I meet him, he going to ask me about what Gia did. He ain't going to ask me about you. I got to make sure I got mine straight. I can't worry about getting yours straight. But as I was saying, Donnie McClurkin ain't never moved me. Never. And that's not because of him saying he'd been delivered from this or that or anything else. He just never touched my spirit that way. He just never has. Never has. And most of them, these so-called gospel folks that we got now, most of them haven't. Now they've touched my spirit in the aspect of going to the club. I'd go to the club with them. Kirk Franklin now, yeah, I'd go to the party with them. Sure would. Sure would. I'd go right on down there to the whatever the club is, the 215 or whatever. I sure would bust right on up in there with them. But when it comes to my spirituality and the word, no. I listen to their music, in my car, and we'd have fun or whatever. But as far as, again, my spirituality, no. No. And this idea, that they say that, oh, we need to add some of this in it and add some of that in it so we can draw the young children. We can draw the young people. That's not true either, because the word says, I'll draw all men unto me. He didn't say I needed Snoop Dogg mixed into my music to draw the young people unto me. He said I would draw. He didn't say I need Kirk Franklin to remix with the Gap Band my song. That's not what he said. He said I'll draw. See? He didn't say to stand up here and test a lie. He said I'd draw. See, the good Lord has musicians that make new gospel music all day, every day, that glorifies him, not the streets. Jamal Bryant. And watch yourself shaking it fast. And I don't have no problem with none of that in its place. In its place. I don't have, because right now can't nobody beat me dancing. I swear. I swear. I love music. I love to dance. In its place. When I'm in worship, I don't want to hear Shake It Fast. When I'm in worship, I don't want to hear about who Donnie McClurkin is sleeping with. I don't care. And y'all gonna get enough of using the Lord's name in vain this way. Y'all gonna get enough of playing with God. Y'all gonna get enough. God is not a joke. He is not to be mocked. That's not hard to understand. I don't know how come they ain't scared. Where is the fear and the respect? And these are old people. Because God has continued to show his mercy and grace, you continue to push the envelope. And what makes it so bad is he continues to show grace and mercy. And you continue. That goes for me too. I'm not perfect by no stretch of the imagination. Continue to push the envelope. Now I ain't perfect, and I don't mean to preach, but I'll be held accountable if I didn't tell the truth about it. I have a testimony too. I am a living testimony. I'd have to answer if I didn't say so. I'm not perfect, and that don't mean I can run out there and do whatever and anything I want to do and then run back over here and then say, Lord have mercy, and then run back out there. And no, it doesn't work like that either. You ain't fooling him or anybody else. We had better get it together. Donnie McClurkin, Shay Shay, whoever else, we had better get it together. We are living in a time where these scriptorial biblical things are happening in our face right now. We better get it together. It's evident. The scripture says there'll be many that'll call my name. And look at Donnie McClurkin. Look at Kirk Franklin. Creflo Dollar. Joel Osteen. The list goes on and on. He said on the way back he gonna clear it up, and he's clearing it up. They falling from grace right now in our face. We watching them fall from grace. Y'all, we better get it together. It's going to be some more. Just like Cat Williams said, everybody's up. Everybody. And he is absolutely right. He is absolutely correct. Y'all, we have better get it together. This is sad news for Donnie McClurkin. And if this young man has been abused as he has alleged, it is even worse for him. And I surely hope that this man did not do that. Tyler Perry, y'all. T.D. Jakes. I am sick of y'all leading our people astray. Joel Osteen. That woman with the mouth like the Joker. I am sick of y'all lying to my and our people. And then wonder why our worship is not taken seriously. Our worship is a party. Our worship is a joke. Our worship is a joke. Just like these old foolish videos that's going around where they scooting. Some more clowning in the name of our worship. Some more nigga foolish mess in the name of our worship. And I don't care who's doing it. It's foolishness and it's a lie and it's blasphemous. Yeah, I said it. Yes, I said it. Mind you, I never said there was no such thing as shouting and joy. I never said that. But this sitting around, oh, we scooting. That's foolishness. Jumping and leaping and flying over benches and rolling all in the ground, and that's foolishness. I do not care who is doing it. I do not care who does not agree with me. I shout, have shouted, will shout. I'm not going to be rolling around on the floor. I'm not going to be diving over benches. I'm not going to be ripping and running like I ain't got no sense. And when y'all start that David danced out of his clothes, you niggas ain't David. So that ain't going to work. That's not going to work. My God said decent and in order. You niggas is wearing dresses and high heel shoes and doing any and everything. Women is coming in with their butts and breasts hanging out. Come as you are does not mean show up here any kind of way. As I have said before, I'm going to teach y'all before I leave here. That goes for the shade tree preacher on up to the Pope on down. I'm going to teach y'all today. And Donnie McClurkin, y'all better get it together. Tyler Perry, y'all better get it together. T.D. Jakes, them, y'all better get it together. P. Diddy, them, y'all better get it together. Y'all better get it together. Well, you guys, I think I've come to the end of my rant review, whatever you want to call it. Here on gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach. I hope you enjoyed today's review. You guys, as I always say, make sure you wash your hands, wear your masks. It's that time of the year. It was 70 degrees this week. Now it's going back down again. You guys, we have got to take care of one another. Wear your mask. Get your vax. It all helps. It all helps. So, again, all the January birthdays, happy birthday. I'm looking forward to mine. I've got 23 more days, I think, something like that. And I'll be the big 6-0. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord. A lot of people didn't get that chance, but I thank God that I did. Again, thank you to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. As I always say, I am my brother's keeper. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye.